Our trip was almost perfectly balanced, activity heavy in the beginning and leisure near the end. Day 8 was Gopi's birthday and also included the trip's highlight, a cruise in Halong Bay. We were picked up by the cruise's transit vehicle early morning and we drove for over 2 hours to Halong Bay. We stopped in the middle at this lovely place where they sold authentic pearls and pearl jewelry.
A short ferry ride later, we entered Peony Cruise. Look at this beautiful ship. And look at this cozy little room with this stunning view. And this heart-filling buffet beer and wine. After some lounging around the ship, we took another ferry to go kayaking. After that, I went for a dip in the open sea. I think it was the highlight of my birthday yet. As the sun set, we enjoyed sweet white Russians on the upper deck. After happy hours, we headed for dinner where a surprise awaited us. A lavish 4-course meal and wine was the perfect celebration for my birthday. Couldn't have asked for more.
Early next morning, we headed to Cát Bà Island for cave exploring. This is a national park and a UNESCO heritage site, and exploring these caves reminded us of that last scene from Ship of Theseus, an almost spiritual reflection of the amazing trip we had in the past 8 days.
After a beautiful start to our day, we headed back to our ship for brunch. A ferry and a bus later, we were back in our hotel in Hanoi. Day 9 had no planned activities, but we made the most out of it anyway. We started with a relaxing foot massage. We walked around the old quarters in Hanoi and did some street shopping. Lastly, we visited Trang Nguyen to buy traditional Vietnamese coffee.
The last day of planned activities took us to the Temple of Literature, Vietnam's first national academy, which is also a temple dedicated to Confucius. Our guide Michael told us about the history of this place, its significance to Vietnamese history, and how students from around the country would prepare for its examinations. From there we headed to the Museum of Ethnology, where there are entire sections dedicated to each of the 54 ethnic groups officially recognized in Vietnam. It features paraphernalia of each group, including their homes that have been transported and erected here. You can enter them and see how the locals live.
After these heavy doses of history and ethnology, we took a lazy cycle tour around the old quarter. Truth be told, it was a little uncomfortable and we wouldn't mind skipping it, but it was an experience nonetheless. Lastly, we visited the Nok Song temple near the lake, marking the end of all our planned activities. With half a day left ahead of us, we were free to stroll around Hanoi, and that's exactly what we did. We didn't know this, but every weekend they block certain roads in Hanoi for cultural events. We spent some time enjoying performances in the open air. We had a second round of egg coffee. Seriously, this was unforgettably delicious. And then headed to Beer Street, where we had a huge meal and beer.
More shopping, souvenirs, and lastly Beer Street again for dinner. And now this place was as advertised, full of life, food and beer. On our way back to the hotel, we even caught another live performance on the street. Our trip was now complete.
We checked out of our hotel around noon and headed to have lunch at this local restaurant. Last meal in Vietnam. The drive back was quite overwhelming. 11 days of exploration, wandering, discovery, and we didn't feel like going back.
Cambodia and Vietnam were extremely welcoming and wonderful hosts. And we can say without a doubt that we will be visiting again.
Thank you for watching our vlog. We didn't know we would actually pull this off. We thought of shooting something, but we didn't know if we'd have the time to edit and make a proper vlog. That's why a lot of our shots were sporadic and unplanned. We, after almost a year's worth of procrastination, managed to make one.
We hope you liked it, and we hope the vlog was helpful and informative. We don't know when the next one's gonna come out, but finishing this vlog has reawakened that travel bug in us. So, until next time.